Happy Monday, everybody.
TGIM.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to talk about?
Oh, I guess it was me. Sorry.
Joe, like literally right before the show started, we specifically said Joe forgot his CPAP.
Make sure you mute your mic.
We had that once happen before with a guest, remember? All right.
So what do we talk about today?
We shouldn't talk about anything at all.
Yeah. Well, that's a wrap, guys.
That's a wrap.
Happy Monday. Great seeing you guys.
We'll see you guys next week.
Tonight's episode will be...
We'll be up and running on Spotify, Apple Pod. I mean, it's probably one of the quickest episodes that we've ever had. It's very, very interesting times right now as far as what's going on in the political and cultural spectrum of things. As you guys could hear next door, Glendale PD is here looking for somebody. Also, they're cleaning up next door. There was a party, but you know, we tell people, we tell them all the time. We go, hey, listen, 8 o'clock we're going live, and we even gave them 4 minutes extra in order to clean up the rest of the stuff. But you know, who are we?
I mean, we've only been live for 7.5 years.
Just roughly.
Monday night.
Just roughly. I mean, it took about 7.5 years for certain people to catch up with certain things, but hey, what the hell do I know, huh? What the hell do I know? But anyways, look, there's been a lot going on in society today. The first kind of topic we want to go over is an incident that took place at the Glendale Unified School District. A 25-year-old gentleman by the name of Joseph, not our Joseph, by the way. Joseph.
Definitely not me.
Yeah. So Joseph Vladimir Sanchez, 25 years old, arrested by the Glendale Police Department. He wasn't a Glendale Unified District employee, but he was contracted outside of GUSD, and he worked with special needs children. And on December 20th of 2025, a student reported that Mr. Sanchez himself had inappropriately touched this 8-year-old. I didn't hear about it in December. I don't know if you guys did.
I remember seeing something about it on Instagram.
Was it him though, or was it that other guy that was arrested as well? Because there's 2 of them apparently.
Oh, there's 2 of them.
Yeah. So this one is new.
Oh, then maybe it's not him.
Yeah. So Sanchez was accused of sexually abusing an 8-year-old with special needs. That's the worst part. That the kid has special needs, and Mr. Sanchez abused somebody whose kids alone already are vulnerable. And now when you factor in special needs, this is beyond vulnerable at this point.
Yeah.
The kid has no idea. Again, we don't know who the child is, but knowing that there's special needs, they don't really know who this individual is that's helping them, or what their intentions are. They think that, you know what, this person's here to help me.
You know, I just thought of, what was that one bit with
Which one? Bobby Lee?
that Asian comedian?
Yeah, Bobby Lee.
Is that
Yeah, Bobby Lee. Bobby Lee. Where he talks about, who was it? Somebody at Bandcamp who molested him every summer for Bandcamp. And then he adds something every time. He goes, the first one is, I was molested every summer at Bandcamp. And the second time he goes, at summer camp, I was brutally molested. And then he just gets worse and worse
But then
and worse.
brutally molested by what?
I think he said his uncle, right?
No, see, that's the part. I think it had something to do with the special needs, or no? I thought that's why I thought of that.
Oh, someone with Down syndrome, I think.
Yeah,
Something like that. I mean, but again, a lot of people took that joke and were like, this is probably one of the funniest bits we've ever seen. And I was surprised that they didn't go after him and be like, hey, like you took it to a whole nother level. Because like, it was a joke. Obviously, we're not condoning any sort of violence towards children, but it's Bobby Lee at the end of the day. He's a comedian. He could get away with it. But as of right now, as far as Mr. Sanchez is concerned, he was on bail. He he bailed himself out, but then other counts of sexual conduct actually came about, and a 10-year-old child, a 9-year-old child, and another one also came in and mentioned that Mr. Sanchez had abused them, and now the judge has revoked his parole, and he's on a $6 million bail, being held into custody.
Didn't Aran Najarian talk about him?
Aran Najarian did talk about it. So he's pled not guilty to all charges. My concern is this. When the Glendale Unified School District is hiring, individuals who are outsourced, are they not vetting these people properly? Like, what's going on? Background checks, anything like that. Again, we don't know who this guy is. He came into the school. He's dealing with kids. And now allegation after allegation after allegation is being reported. And people are going to be terrified of leaving their kids at school, especially the people, the kids that have special needs, leaving them with individuals.
Yeah, but even if you run a background check, there has to be a record for you to see anything. So,
well, that's where I'm going with this.
So if this is the first time he's ever been arrested or convicted, or he's not convicted yet, arrested, and then it won't show up 5 years ago or 2 years ago or whenever he was hired by the district.
Yeah, so it's like, what do you do at that point? How do you protect your children?
You can't. I mean, the only way to protect them is if they have an open communication with you and they share with you if something's happening or if they notice anything unusual. But other than that, it's hard unless somebody has a record. You can run all the background checks you want, and there's absolutely no way you would know anything.
So who do you see? I know we're going to get shit for this, but I can't blame the school district for this, because it's like exactly what you just said. What if this guy had no background as far as any sort of sexual allegations or sexual abuse or anything like that? Clean record. He was actually a student. He was studying to be an LVN, whether he was taking night school or day school or online school, whatever it was. But this was one of his jobs, and he was studying to be a nurse.
Yeah.
He basically threw his entire career and his life down the drain with this allegation.
Yeah, very likely. It's interesting because when you try to apply for a CCW, they will literally ask you, in 1994 you had a citation. You're like, dude, 1994? Yeah, it was a front plate, I think. You're like, I have no idea what I got 32 years ago. They will go that far and ask you about
that bad?
Yes. And then God knows what questions or what they're looking at when they, but going back as far as background checks goes, because I do background checks on all my staff and volunteers, I only see what's been reported. If there's something they've done that's never been reported, how am I supposed to know?
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to know.
Yeah. So
you're not going to know until...
The district doesn't have some special background check they do. It's the same background check every employer has access to.
Yeah. But the investigation is ongoing. Law enforcement is basically telling people that if they have any additional information or if anybody else's child has been involved in Mr. Sanchez's allegations, to come forward and talk about it. Look.
Were there any prior concerns, though? Because I don't see this turning into such a fiery issue, right? If there hasn't been something coming up, and
look, if there was anything else that came up, it would have been brought to the table by now, or it would have been caught by the district prior to him even being hired.
So Aran Najarian's speech, I think, had the because he was speaking about this during a public hearing.
Well, right. Aran Najarian was mentioning something about that
this case, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Was it this case, or was it?
It was a special needs student that was.
There was another individual who had similar story to what happened.
So this is a normal thing now.
Well, here's the thing. How do you prevent this? Because you're hiring individuals, and if they have, as Armand mentioned, if they have the clean background and they have no prior arrests, live scan, totally clean. How do you figure it out?
Like, why are we not shocked, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not shocked about this. We hear it and we're just like, it's fine.
Because
When before you would hear this, it would be like, it would make you furious.
Because the problem with society now is everybody's overstimulated, everybody's overmedicated, and you don't know who's who.
More like brainwashed and hypnotized than just this. The phone.
Well, that's the overstimulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, by the time we're done with this topic in 8 minutes, that's it. It's over with. Nobody's going to remember it.
Oh, no, I would say 8 seconds even.
No. Well, however long it takes for us to complete this this segment, then everybody's going to move on to the next thing, and then they're going to get a text message, and then they're going to scroll through 45 different shorts, and tits and ass, and ooh.
Literally, it's a sickness, guys. It's a freaking sickness.
No, it's a dopamine hit. It's the doom scrolling that we've talked about. And Pedro's, who was on with us as well, he talked about it as well. It's that dopamine hit. You scroll, you get that dopamine hit. You scroll, you get that dopamine hit. And if you don't get it, you just keep scrolling until you get that dopamine hit that you're looking for. Look, these are kids. These are individuals that are hired at your children's school. One of them was Columbus Elementary. The other one was Horseman. I mean, these are schools that we're all familiar with.
I went to Columbus Elementary.
There you go. So these are all schools that we're familiar with.
I was on the weekend basketball team of Columbus Elementary.
There was... You're right. We were. But there was one parent that at the school board meeting came up to the podium and he talked about having cameras inside of a classroom. Again, would you guys consider that kind of invasion of privacy? Is it going too far with having cameras in there? Maybe cameras with no audio?
I think it's going towards that direction of the monitoring and social system. I mean, they're making it so bad that we ask for it ourselves, kind of, if you notice.
How do you feel about having cameras in the classroom?
I wouldn't mind having cameras in the classroom.
Just something to come back to when doom scrolling. Okay, I'm done doom scrolling. I wonder what Noah's doing.
I don't know if I would call it an invasion of privacy because it's not like it's available for public, right? It's available to parents who are registered and they have access to it for that particular class of parents. So it's not going to be on, X or Instagram. Public account. So I don't know if I would call it a invasion of privacy. It's just more so about, I think, look, I mean, no matter what you do, you could have cameras all over the place. At the end of the day, if somebody wants to do something, if they have that intent and their PDFs or whatever they plan on doing, they will find a way. Okay, there's cameras in this room, but then this hallway has minimal cameras, or that the restroom may not. Whatever the area is, they'll find a way. It's not, the cameras are not going to prevent it. So I think you're better off at the end of the day, just teaching your kids to watch out for certain things. If somebody, and when I say certain things, it also comes from what you allow in your own household, right? Because, for example, a very simple thing. If you are willing to, there's some families who they're okay with, for instance, taking their kids' shorts and, changing their underwear even after they're small babies in front of other family members like cousins or aunts or grandparents or whatnot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to me, if you ask me, I find that to be inappropriate, because what are you programming? What are you teaching your kids? That it's okay to take off your shorts, your underpants in front of other people other than your parent.
Correct.
Right? So now that parent that's doing that is obviously doesn't have that intention of, I'm teaching my kids how to expose themselves. No, they're not. They have all the right intentions. It's just family, it's just grandma. But what are you, that indirect subliminal message that your kid may absorb that and be like, okay, so this is okay. It's okay for me to take my pants off, or for somebody else to just take my pants off in front of other people. So that's a very basic example, right? So it's a matter of what are you teaching your kids to be okay with and not okay with.
The difference with what you're saying is when a parent does that in front of family members, right? When you're a father, when you're a mother, you know that a child is one of the most innocent things in the world.
Right.
And what you're doing is you're doing something that you think that is completely harmless. I'm literally changing my child,
Mhm.
and you're thinking that the people around you are thinking the same thing. Yeah, it's just an innocent child, it's okay. Go ahead and change him. It's not a big deal. But unfortunately, as I mentioned, there's people that are overstimulated, overmedicated, that may look at that child a little bit differently. And if that kid who doesn't know any better, and we're not talking about special needs kids at this point, we're talking about just a regular child, thinks it's okay to get undressed or change in front of uncle whoever, becomes a problem
Exactly.
because they'll use that to the child's advantage.
So that's why I think regardless of the situation or the family dynamics, you always have to treat your child as if you're preparing them for the real world. It's not just because they're in the safety of your own home doesn't mean you can do just whatever the hell you want. Because they're constantly learning, they're constantly absorbing your energy, your whatever you're teaching them, your actions, right? So by doing these things is going to make it's teaching them that it's normal to do that. So you have to draw the line even in the comfort of your own home with certain things because you want them to know that that's just not acceptable, period.
Yeah. So going back to the whole school district stuff, when I was on school side council for my daughter's school, the one thing that I brought up to the principal, the vice principal, and obviously the council was separating special needs children from your regular classroom. Because when we were going to school, the special needs children had their own classroom, had the teachers, assistant teachers, and some staff helping out to make sure that the kids were on track for whatever days you have one or two special needs children with their assistant inside of a standard classroom. So let's say you have a class of 20, you may have a class of 22, including 2 children who are special needs. After speaking to teachers outside of obviously not only my daughter's school, but other schools as well, they mentioned something about the kids being somewhat of a distraction. And again, getting kids to pay attention in class is hard as it is. All of a sudden you have an outburst and now everybody's focus is gone. Everybody's focus is to, what's Bobby doing? What's going on over there? And then now you have a teacher who's in scramble mode trying to settle the class down, get everybody back focused into whatever the assignment was while they settle down little Bobby. And again, you can't blame the kid because he doesn't know any better.
Right.
But at the same time, what do? You don't want to create segregation, but at the same time, I think it's best for everybody, the special needs child and that regular classroom, to have that segregation because it takes away from focus and learning inside of the classroom.
Have you asked them what their theory or logic is behind this inclusiveness?
The state passed a law, and I forgot what law it was, that they have to be incorporated together. They have to be incorporated together. That's what it is.
Even if they're not, their ability to learn is not the same pace as the other.
There's
20 students.
There's certain thresholds where if a child is borderline and they're able to sit down or stay quiet, or if they have small outbursts or whatever it is, if they're able to sit down in a classroom, they'll sit down in the classroom.
Interesting. I didn't know they had changed that.
Yeah, it's California state. And again, I think the best thing to do for our children is to separate it. And again, it sounds horrible what I'm saying because you're looking at it as a segregation sort of thing, but it's the best for everybody. Because look, having a smaller classroom, especially for those special needs children, you're going to have one or two teachers, a bunch of assistants where they'll focus on those kids, give them as much attention as possible. And then the kids that are in the regular classrooms, whether there's 20 or 25 kids, at that point, maybe instead of having 20 kids in that classroom, you could have 25, regular kids, and they'll be able to focus and not have any issues as far as possible outbursts or anything like that. Now, at the same time, going back to what Mr. Sanchez was doing, then you'll be able to monitor what's actually going on with these special needs children.
Mm.
But again, what do I know?
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna, because I don't think let's say the Mr. Sanchez's are only targeting special needs kids. Were the other 2 or 3 that have also?
Yeah, they're special needs.
They're all special needs. So maybe he was just a special needs teacher then, right?
Who was that? Who was that one pedophile that was arrested years ago? Joe, can you look that up really quickly? There was this one pedophile. Google pedophile who was arrested who targeted children without a father.
Oh, the one with the interview.
Yeah, bro. So there was this individual who was arrested. And again, can we pull up his name? Because I want to mention his name. Because this is going to be
what pedophiles look for in their targets.
Yeah, but what was his name? That's what
let me find out.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. You put it on the wide camera and kind of look for it, because this is very important as to what these guys are looking for when they target children. It's so sadistic and so disgusting what they do.
Let me see if I can.
But I don't.
No, you don't have to worry about that. Just Google it. Just Google it. Pull it up.
I don't think that's just.
No, don't even have to share the screen. I just want to get the name of it.
Okay, go ahead. You guys continue.
But you don't. I don't think that's just for, pedophiles. I think in general, most people, whatever their crime happens to be, whether it's towards children, towards the elderly, towards women, they're always looking for the vulnerable, the weak, right? It's never, they're not going to go target some guy who looks like he just got back from a overseas, what do you call it?
This guy?
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Let me see. I'm still trying to find it. But give me a second. I could play it for you guys if you want.
No. I want to. That's actually a clip of it. No, I'm curious what this asshole's name was, because this is something where we could pull it and make a reel out of it.
What are we watching now?
Okay.
Go get out of Instagram for it.
Yeah, I'm not in.
Yeah, what were you?
Yeah.
Joe's looking for that dopamine hit right now.
Scroll.
Let me try and find it. You guys continue. The camera's on you guys. So.
Yeah. What were you saying?
No, I was saying most people don't go to park or whatever public area, and they're like, yeah, that guy looks like he was just got back from Afghanistan. What do they call the military things they go to? What's it called? The
Boot camps?
Not boot camp. When they go on to fight for that time. What was it called?
Or deployment?
Deployment. Yeah.
Oh,
Deployment.
Fight over time.
Yeah, they were
deployment. It's not like you look at somebody like, oh, this guy was just recently deployed to wherever, Ukraine or Afghanistan. He's back, and you're like,
this guy's got some cauliflower ears. Don't want to fuck with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna go challenge him and try to take his fanny pack away.
I'm gonna go try to choke him out.
Was his name Marshall? Marshall?
Was it?
It says Marshall when you look at Software Underbelly. I think they got him.
I doubt Software. Did he interview him?
I think so.
No,
it looks like him.
No.
This guy looks like he's a.
Yeah.
How does that?
No,
look like
it does not look like him.
Maybe he's older now.
Oh, let me see if I can find it.
Love him.
And we'll plug it into this once we get.
Why are you so gung ho on the name?
Because I want to make a reel out of this. This is very important that people understand why these assholes do what they do, and what his motive was. Because he openly spoke about it.
Yeah, after he had done time, right?
Well, he was I think he was still serving, wasn't he?
Was he? I thought he was released. Unless he did that interview.
Oh God, people like that shouldn't be released. But see, look how different people are wired, right? For example, if you were to ever see a child that didn't have a father, right? Whether it's and again, God forbid to anybody, but whether it's a friend's kid or one of your son's classmates who doesn't have a father, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but anytime there's a trip or a sporting event or something like that, you want to make sure you're there. And I don't want to say to replace that fatherly figure of him, but to kind of encourage that kid that, hey, you know what, we're here behind you, we're standing behind you, you can do it as well, and kind of be that role model as far as encouraging that kid to do whatever they're doing. Like I said, whether it's a jiu-jitsu tournament, a baseball game, a soccer game, whatever it is. But on the other hand, there's sick individuals who go out there and I don't even want to say what they'll do, but take advantage of these vulnerable children because there is no father figure.
Yeah, that's unfortunately that's just laws of nature. I mean, you look at when a pride of lions are trying to hunt a gazelle or wildebeest, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't target like the toughest guy in the bunch. They try to see which one seems a little injured or
the weakest link,
weak or newborn. That's just the way nature works, unfortunately, because it's an easy target. And so humans are no different. We're still animals at the end of the day, and we're gonna target the weakest link. That's just how nature works.
Yeah, but I mean, what do you do at this point with these individuals, though? You just put them in jail?
No, I would. If you ask me, I would suggest punishment the cartel way. But what do I know?
Wood chipper.
Did you guys see that clip I sent you today?
Oh, I found his name, by the way.
What was it?
Jack Reynolds.
Jack Reynolds. What a name.
Okay. So Jack Reynolds was a convicted pedophile who went online and he talked about, or didn't go online, but okay. So Jack Reynolds was a convicted pedophile who did an interview with an individual speaking about who he would target when it came to children. And he would go to a park and he would watch all the children and say which one of them did not have a father, which one had the father figure missing in their life. And he says those were the ones that were the most vulnerable because he knew that he can get away with it because there was no father figure involved.
But see, that's he's referring to the old days. Nowadays, I don't even think they care much about whether there's a father figure or not.
Well, he thought the father was a threat.
Yes, but now, because that's an old clip.
Yes.
That interview was maybe from, 15 or so years ago?
Probably from the 90s.
Which means, which means he committed his crimes maybe in the 80s or 90s, whenever that was, when there were no phones. Now, I don't think these guys are looking for, oh man, there's a father figure, I should stay away. They're probably going to the park and looking at, oh, look at all these parents on their phone. Nobody's paying attention to their kids.
Oh, yeah.
So they're probably looking at the guy who doesn't have a phone or is in his pocket like, okay, that guy's a threat because he's actually paying attention. The other 9 out of 10 parents who are scrolling on, social media, that's an easy target. I think that's where the dynamics have changed over the last few decades now.
Possibly.
Unfortunately, that's where we're at.
But look, I know you mentioned something about handling things the cartel way and all this stuff. Again, we're living in a society where certain laws are passed. In my opinion, if any of these guys ever get caught touching any sort of child, if it's not going to be the death penalty, it has to be life in prison without parole ever. These people have to rot inside of a jail.
No, I don't think they'll even rot. If they have a special section for them, those guys won't make it the first 12 months in jail.
Well, you know what? Let them go molest each other then.
If you guys haven't noticed, Law and Order is pretty much out the window lately.
Well, it depends on what it's for, though.
No, in anything. I mean, Satan worshiping pedophiles.
Not necessarily, Joe. I mean, look what's happening in Minnesota.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to be, I guess, at a certain caliber, right, in order to be dismissed.
See, the protests that were going on in Los Angeles, right? Look at how big the difference is in protests. You have protests taking place in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the left is completely destroying the city, from hotels to the streets, everything, right? And then you have protests going on in West Hollywood, where the Iranians are out there protesting the Shah. You have people going out there shaking hands with police officers, thanking them, telling them, you know what, thanks for keeping the streets safe and clean. And the police officers are doing photo ops with these people. Look at the difference. Look at how big the difference is. But the media will never talk about it.
No, of course not.
They'll never compare the difference. It's like, dude, you know what? Why don't we go back to Minnesota? Look what's happening in Minnesota, where people are on bullhorns, climbing street lights and destroying hotel and property and businesses. Dude, go to West Hollywood. Go to West Hollywood Monday after the Sunday protest. It looks exactly the same. Like nothing ever happened.
But even looking now at, I mean, no one's making any noise right now in regards to any protests of what's happening currently, right? But they would protest some guy that was a drug addict that held let's be honest, George Floyd, right? They protested for him, right? But what I'm trying to say is, see how inorganic that was. Like, it's kind of obvious now that it's not organic.
And again in Minnesota,
yeah, same thing. It's non-organic, like meaning it wasn't a grassroots movement. It was funded by some sort of opposition to get to some sort of goal at the end of the day.
Well, the current, I don't even want to call them protests, bro. The current riots that took place in Minnesota were a distraction from the fraud that was taking place in Minnesota.
Because I fail to believe that you would have a protest for Black Lives Matter, you know, and burning down cities and stuff, but then you won't have any protests for children being molested and, you know, raped or graped and so on and so forth. Right?
Yeah, I'm shocked more people aren't out in the streets and talking about this. And when you bring up the topic to some people, you know, they say what you said last week, where it's kind of like, you know what, it's here today. Nothing's going to happen to these people, and they're all just going to get away with it.
Well, the issue is the organizations that organize these protests are also the ones involved with a lot of this pedophilia. So what are they going to do? Organize protests against them? It's everybody else that parents need to, if there's going to be any protest, parents need to stand up and fight against this and protest. Not organizations are not going to do it. They're all funded, paid for by whether it's the sources of the world or the APACs of the world or whoever else they're funded by.
Well, there was a protest that they were talking about that was going to take place. What was it?
March 7th.
Was it? What was it called?
I want to bring this up too. I think we should be involved in that.
It was something about children, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's about what's happening now. It's
okay. Yeah, here it is. It's called the Save Our Children protest on March 7th. Obviously, do we have details on that at all?
I'm going to find as much details as I can and post it.
So I'm very curious as to what the turnout is going to be for that protest compared to the other ones that we've been seeing recently, obviously in West Hollywood with the Iranians, and obviously the ones in Minnesota that have been taking place for the deaths of the two individuals that were killed by ICE. It's going to be very interesting how many people actually show up for this, because this is March for Our Children, right? You said.
Yeah, it should be a huge turnout.
Save Our Children protest. That's what it is. It should be a huge
but
turnout.
If people keep talking about it, then people keep posting about it. So, I mean, that's how the movement's going to snowball, right?
My concern is this is all a distraction to something much bigger.
I'm sure it's always a distraction, something much bigger, and I mean, nothing surprises us anymore, honestly.
I mean, I've been speaking to a lot of the people on the right. I've been waiting for them to, quote unquote, attack Iran since 3 weeks ago. Every week they're like, U.S. is going to be attacking Iran. U.S. is going to be attacking Iran. U.S. is going to be, and then just recently somebody was like, Saturday they're going to attack Iran, and then Sunday I went onto their Facebook page and I was like, hey, it's Sunday. What happened?
Yeah,
I feel like these people want war. They want something to happen. It's like, dude, do you not understand? I think it's because they're living in the comfort of their own homes in America where, you know, God forbid we ever get attacked. The last attack that took place was September 11, but these people are like okay with America just going overseas and just dropping bombs on the Middle East. It's like, dude, whoa, like pull the rails a little bit. Let's kind of see if we can maybe shake hands and be okay peacefully instead of seeing what happened in Palestine with all the individuals who lost their lives, the women, the children, the men. What, you just go and just drop bombs on Iran? It's going to solve the issue?
But this is different, though. I don't think they're going to drop bombs on Iran.
I hope not, bro.
No,
I hope not.
I think it's going to be very strategic, like targeted, as they say, surgical attack. It's not going to be, why would they bomb the people of Iran? What are they going to gain out of it?
Well, that's what these individuals are pushing for, man.
Who?
The people on the right. Like, I'm talking about like extreme right.
Yeah, but I don't think, I mean, I haven't seen any mention of.
I don't want to name drop. That's the
I doubt anybody wants a repeat of what happened in Afghanistan and Iraq, because unless you have financial gain, which I'm sure the weapon manufacturers and the warmongers would love to, the bankers would love to finance this whole thing and make a profit off of it. But any individual who's not politically or financially involved, I don't think would ever push for a repeat of what happened to Afghanistan and Iraq, because what did we accomplish in 20 years?
Nothing.
Trillions of dollars and thousands of soldiers gone for what?
Forget the money, bro. It's the lives that we lost, and obviously the soldiers who came back with massive PTSD, where you try to help these individuals. A lot of them are drug addicts. A lot of them are homeless.
Well, we say forget the money, but then the government claims we don't have money to support these veterans. Yeah, if you hadn't spent, I don't know, whatever they spend, 2 trillion, 5 trillion, that money could have gone a long way. These people could have been again, the war wouldn't have happened if they didn't spend that money. But if you had saved that money and maybe had a different surgical attack rather than boots on the ground, you would have that money. And if soldiers came back with any type of PTSD or whatever the situation, you had the funds to actually, not that they don't have the funds now, it's all BS. It's a system. They can just type in however many zeros they want in there, and then now we have the money, boom. But my point is, I don't think they're going to repeat that. I highly doubt this administration is going to actually send soldiers on the ground to go out there and fight the old war of the 90s or early 2000s.
They're already there, though.
No, they're already there. It's an intimidation.
There's shit.
Intimidation
there.
For who, though? What for who?
Well, it's a flex, bro. It's a flex showing that, hey, listen, our Air Force is literally right at your front door.
Yeah,
and
but for who? Is it for the U.S.?
No, it's for other entities, bro. It's for foreign gain. I mean, what else do you think it's for?
No matter how much you try not to talk about it,
Bro, listen, man. We went to.
It's like, here, let me force you.
Look, why did we go to Afghanistan? Because of 9/11, right?
Hey, if you want to get into it,
look, we went. Well, here's the thing. At the time, that's what it was. 9/11 took place. You know what? We were attacked by terrorists. We need to go to Afghanistan and
that's what we were fed.
Bring liberty, right?
Yes.
Remember, Dick Cheney was our quote unquote vice president, warmonger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Went to Afghanistan, and all of a sudden, a couple of years passes. Oh well, you know what? Iraq has weapons of mass destruction. I think they need some liberty as well. And then we go into Iraq. Completely destroy Iraq, and then all of a sudden, weapons of mass destruction don't exist. Saddam is taken out of power. Iraq is left in ruins, and the American people are lied to again. But for whose gain?
Exactly.
That's why I'm saying I don't think they can use that strategy anymore, because it's been played out.
Well, you can't do it with Iran. Iran is a different. We've talked about this before.
Iran is not
It's
Iraq.
a completely different culture there, man. Engineers, lawyers, doctors. I mean, you're talking about very, very brilliant minds coming out of that country. Again, not to downplay Afghanistan and Iraq. That's not what we're trying to say. But the Iranian people are very smart people. Very, very smart people. And it's proven with the Iranians in America. Very successful business people, very successful doctors, lawyers, whatnot. You can't. It's different culture there. The problem is the regime there. That's the problem.
But even with the regime, it's hard to tell what percentage of Iranians in Iran are actually for or against the regime.
We will never know.
Because even if they're against it, they're probably afraid to express that. So they show support out of fear. And the ones who are not afraid to show it, you don't understand. Are they hired by foreign countries, entities to start those protests? That's the thing. You never know. You never know what started it, who's putting the lighter fluid on the fire. Because it's like they'll retract it whenever they want. They'll create that big bang in the protest, and then all of a sudden they'll retract it again. It's all controlled. Nobody has any idea who's causing these things or who's leading it. There's nobody out there.
See, a lot of the people that I speak to who have family in Iran, in fact, we still have some family in Iran as well. Anytime you speak to them and you ask them, what's going on? Is this the end? Is this it? A lot of them are saying, yeah, it's getting to that point, but thousands of people are dying.
But
thousands of people.
The messages I'm hearing is that they can't even communicate that.
No. There's communication. There is communication.
There's communication, but it's like
very limited.
It's in code. You can't openly say, yeah, there's protests going on and a lot of the moment you say that. I remember somebody recently. What did they say? They were on a phone call, and then somebody kind of intervened in the phone call saying something like, if you continue this, we're going to have to show up, or some type of threat in between a conversation. Yeah, of course.
Oh, like they actually tapped into the call?
Yeah, they're listening in. But they're afraid. People are not communicating openly. Even if you ask them, you can tell from their voice, they're nervous and anxious, but they're telling, yeah, everything is fine. We're doing okay.
Everything is okay.
But they're not, clearly.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid if they say anything, somebody's going to knock on their door like, oh, so you're spreading rumors. And then you're gone.
Yeah, it's sad, bro. I remember my dad was telling me stories years ago where he was like, he was speaking to family, and apparently you had to have a picture of the Khomeini in your home. Because if anytime they decided to raid your home and walk in, if you didn't have a picture of the Khomeini, it was like a taboo sort of thing. You have to have the supreme leader in your home.
Yeah.
Like it's like one of those pictures where, God forbid, somebody passes away, you have their picture on the wall.
Was that North Korea though? More?
Any supreme leader, bro. You gotta have their picture in your house, man. You gotta plaster them on the wall. That dictator thing.
The dictator.
That kind of what?
Reminds me when he said North Korea, Kim Jong-un, when he's like, oh, we caught these guys trying to commit suicide, so now we're going to assassinate them for attempting to commit suicide.
Oh, are you serious?
You didn't hear that? No?
What's a true story?
Yes.
So he says, we caught these guys who were attempting to commit suicide, so we're going to assassinate them for trying to...
That's the punishment, is we're going to kill you for trying to commit suicide.
Oh my God! Where are we going, bro? What is happening to the world?
It's fair though, because everybody gets what they want at the end of the day.
Or you could try to help these people and say, hey, listen, you know what? Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. We'll get you the help you need. You're trying to commit suicide? We kill you right now.
Where you go?
Please, when are you gonna do it? Please do it now. No, bro. It's like you try to help these people. This is why we have suicide hotlines. Doesn't the Golden Gate Bridge have one as well?
Yes,
where it has there's like phones, right? Where God forbid if you're trying to take your life, it's like, hey, listen, there's one more call you can make just in case.
Yeah, because that person that's ready to jump off, they're thinking, do I have one lifeline left? Can I make one last phone call?
Phone a friend.
That's what they're thinking.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Can we take a break really quickly and then come back?
Absolutely.
Son of a...
What the hell was that, bro?
You okay?
Yeah, man. Oh, Magarnichin law. We should call Alex.
If you've been injured in a car accident, slip and fall, or work injury, reach out to Megadichin Law today.
At Megadichin Law, we maximize your compensation, you get constant client communication, and we win when it matters most.
If you've been injured in a car accident, trip and fall, nerve, muscle, joint, any sort of pain at all, hit up Dr. Rafi. He'll take care of everything from A to Z. What's the number at?
818-407-0007.
And tell him the WiseNuts sent you.
We are
Congratulations to the United States for winning the gold medal in Olympic hockey. The men. Oh, but speaking of men's,
Is there women's hockey?
there was.
There was?
Yeah, of course there was. Guess who won?
Canada?
No,
Ooh.
women. U.S.
Oh, women?
Yes.
Really?
We took the gold, baby. Took the gold, baby.
You know, speaking of men and women, how come the one of the few, I guess, sports or activities where men and women can be in the same league, they aren't?
What do you mean?
Like, it's not a physical sport. It's a different type of competition. Why aren't men and women in the same league?
Because they can't compete with one another as far as talent?
Chess.
Oh, that would be very interesting.
Why don't men compete with women?
I don't know. That's a good question, actually. Because chess is not physical. It's all mental.
Exactly.
Oh, that would be very interesting to see like a grandmaster female against a grandmaster male.
Because there's feminists who are fighting for women to compete in men's sports, but nobody's fighting to compete in men's chess.
That's a good one. Because see, like in tennis, for example, you can't, even golf. Like golf thinking like it's not that physical, but when the driver's out and the men could hit a par 4 in 3, and a woman has to hit a par 5 in 5, that's a different story already. But chess is very interesting. Look, if you put it that way, you know what happens, right? People are gonna look at it and say, "Oh, what, are women stupider than men?"
I didn't say that.
No, I know you didn't say that, but people are gonna say that. People like to take shit that we say and twist it around.
It's just a suggestion rather than focusing on basketball and, you know.
No, physical sports, it'll never happen. It'll never happen. It won't happen. There's no way.
Oh, when you say it won't happen, I mean, what are you talking about? Wasn't it that college swimmer, right?
Which one?
The male that competed with women.
Yeah, but he was dominating in all categories.
That's what I'm saying. So they've allowed it. Why won't they allow it in chess? They should allow it in chess instead of physical sports.
But hold on, that's the thing. In chess, I would even say you don't have to be trans. You could literally be a male versus a female.
Yes.
Forget
But
this whole.
why isn't anybody arguing that? Nobody's ever come out and said, why don't we have women in men's chess? But they're like, why don't we have women in men's volleyball? Well, what are you, stupid?
Yeah, you don't want a man spiking the ball at females.
But chess, there's no spiking.
What else is another sport? Darts? No, I'm serious.
bowling.
Bowling? Yes. I'm going simple, bro.
Shooting.
I'm going simple.
Shooting, you know, women are amazing at
Yeah, shooting.
Shooting.
but they still don't compete against each other.
It has to be.
Bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow is another one.
I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of that you can compete equally, but physical, I don't know.
Physical, it won't happen, bro. It can't. It just
makes
can't.
no sense.
It doesn't make any sense. Like from basketball to look, we've spoken about this in the past. The NBA, it's not an all male league. You guys know that, right? The NBA, the NFL, the MLB, it's not an all male league. It's just the best of the best can play in those leagues. You got to be able to play, or you have to be good enough to play in that league. If you're female and you're good enough, you could make it to the NBA. You could make it to the MLB or even the NHL if you're good enough. That is, but that's where the gap comes into play. Where it's like, all right, if the worst NBA player can beat the best WNBA player, that tells you enough.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a women NBA player?
No.
LeBron James.
That's about it.
Yeah, he's right. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. I mean, look, bro. Obviously, congratulations to the United States men's hockey and the women's hockey teams for winning the gold medal. If you guys saw the game, the men's hockey game, if you woke up at 5 a.m. to watch it in the West Coast, that is, amazing hockey game. And there was two brothers who played on the team. And there was this phenomenal interview they did together where they were young boys, man, probably 12, 13 years old. And the interviewer was saying, how do you guys feel about playing against each other? And Jack Hughes, the one who scored the goal, Jack Hughes says, well, I hope one day we can actually play with each other as brothers. And Jack and Quinn actually had the opportunity to represent the United States for the gold medal. And this is where the toughness comes into play. Because I think when Sean Strickland said that hockey is the only men's sport left, it is truly the only men's sport left. Jack Hughes literally got his teeth knocked out in the game. I mean, we're talking about this tooth right here in the front, completely gone.
We don't have a picture, Joe, we can show? Or
Yeah, we could pull up a picture of it.
What's his
But
name?
Jack Hughes.
Jack Hughes. Go ahead.
So Jack Hughes got his front teeth knocked out. Got on the bench, went to the back, rinsed his mouth, came back, scored the game-winning goal.
Are those players college or NHL players?
No, they're NHL players. So Jack and Quinn,
They play on separate teams in the NHL.
I believe Jack plays for Minnesota, Quinn plays for New Jersey, and then they have another brother who plays for New Jersey as well. Let me find out really
That's
quickly.
not the picture, though.
No,
No.
Type in Jack Hughes teeth. Just type in Jack Hughes teeth.
I'm going to
bro.
share the screen. So
But yeah, they're three brothers actually. They're three brothers. I'll tell you right now where they play.
Which one
They
is
all
it?
play professionally, by the way. So yeah, Jack Hughes plays for the New Jersey Devils.
is this right?
But Google teeth. Jack Hughes teeth.
Let's see what we get.
Yeah, Quinn plays for Minnesota, and then Luke plays for New Jersey as well. There it is.
There
Look at that,
you
bro. America. Look at that. Can you pull it up, Joe?
I just did.
Oh, it was on the screen?
Yeah,
All
it
right,
was
yeah.
on the screen.
I mean, talk about a real man sport.
I mean, I remember LeBron one time he had, I think, his teeth knocked out and he came back and played.
Oh, absolutely. Multiple times, especially when he has his little mouth guard on, right?
Yeah.
Bro, could you imagine that puck? I mean, you felt a puck before, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember Noah caught one, right? Or Noah was gifted one? Or who was? Wasn't it with you guys?
He had a puck, but no, it's not good that we caught it. No.
But he was like, they threw him one, right? They gifted him one, right?
It was, no.
During the practice?
He got it through when he was practicing a little bit, trying to learn ice skating and hockey. You order a kit, which was part of the kids, the youth LA Kings.
Okay.
So it came with it.
Yeah.
Came with the whole, it has the whole Kings, carrying thing and everything.
Take that puck and just tap.
It's solid. Bro.
Yeah,
It's like-
just tap. And now imagine, just that you're touching that rubber and just tapping it on your head. You're like, oh, it hurts, right? Now imagine it ice cold.
Yeah.
Because it's literally, that's one thing that a lot of people don't understand. They're like, oh, well, it's rubber and it'll hurt, but it won't be that bad. No, when that thing
How about the speed?
Yeah, I know, sister. I was
forgot
about
about the
traveling speed.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not like the guy like, hold on, it's cold.
So we're gonna take speed, density, velocity, all
Then
into factor.
temperature.
Then
I think the temperature at that point is
Yeah.
irrelevant.
So these guys get hit with these pucks all the time. And I mean, game after game, I'm sure they're walking home with bruises and ice packs all the time. But I'm so curious, how many of them will actually chicken out over a bruise or like a little, I don't know. We're talking about a broken tooth, bro. The guy broke his tooth and came back and scored the game-winning goal.
It's unbelievable. They're tough son of a guns.
Yeah. But then you have, what's his name? Who was the one that played for Anthony Davis. The guy gets paid $50-something million and is out because dislocated finger. Bro.
That's why I haven't watched basketball since Kobe. And even prior to that, it was tough to watch it unless Kobe played. But because the other day, like even on my YouTube algorithms, or MJ will constantly come up, or like the old games with
That's because we send each other the memes.
with Detroit and Boston and all. That was basketball. I still, if they showed that game in like HD or something, I would love to watch that game with my boys. I can't watch them all. Now the other day, the 3-point contest. What the hell was that? Like neon green.
Or the slam dunk contest was even worse.
The slam dunk. Bro, those dunks we did when I was 13 years old.
Bro, the guy,
I mean,
the backboard blocked him and he fell on his back.
What the hell was that?
It's like, come on, man. What is going on?
They got to allow these street baller dunkers to compete and show how
it's done, actually.
Yeah, because what the hell was that?
Yeah, it's sad. See, you go back to the culture of basketball and how these players were hungry. Kobe Bryant had dislocated his finger, went to the bench, and they literally popped his finger back in, went back and played. I think there was another time where he tore his rotator cuff.
His right one, which is his primary.
Yes. And he went back, he played the game with his left hand.
Yeah, the whole game he shot with his left hand.
So and even his Achilles, tore his Achilles, came back, shot his 2 free throws, and then walked off.
Bro, if that happened to LeBron, I promise you, LeBron would have made them rip the roof open of that stadium.
Chopper him out.
Chopper him out. I'm not kidding you. Kobe, he wouldn't even allow his teammates to help him. He walked himself off the court.
Tore Achilles, bro. I mean, you're talking about possibly a career-ending injury. But, I mean, obviously he went through surgery, came back, he played again. But, dude, these guys are at a different level. Imagine the Detroit Bad Boys playing against like a modern-day NBA.
Dude, they would. I think these guys would cry home after every game. I don't want to play anymore.
I mean, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas, Dennis Rodman, all these guys just getting under your skin, talking shit to you, like, and not only like talking shit to you, but beating you up on the court.
Dude, they wouldn't last. I don't think one season.
It's a different.
That's when you would see men playing in the WNBA. That's when the transition would happen.
My name is LaQuisha James.
Exactly. There's no way they would. I mean,
I'm telling you, this is, look, man. A lot of people compare LeBron to Jordan and all this stuff. How many 82 games has LeBron played? Yo, can we pull up that stat really quickly?
I think 181.
One or two.
Yeah. I remember seeing one. I'm not sure.
I'm sure like when he was a rookie, he probably played it because, I mean, look, you're 18 years old, you're hungry, you're the star of the Cleveland Cavaliers. They just they completely rebranded the team for you. And he played that 81 game season. But other than that, a lot of these guys aren't playing 81 games anymore, or 82 games. Is it 81 or 82?
It used to be 81. I think it's 82 now. No, see, LeBron James has played one full 82 game regular season in his NBA career.
One?
17-18 season.
Okay. Let's give him. Okay, let's give him the. What year was it again?
17-18 Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, okay. So it was okay. It was after when he came back from Miami.
Yeah, and let's see.
Okay, I'm curious. What's the next closest one? Just to give him the benefit of the doubt.
What do you mean next closest?
Like, let's call it like, I don't know, like maybe
Michael Jordan has played 9 full 82 game regular seasons.
Still undefeated in the finals.
Let's see, Kobe 4.
Again, impressive.
So you were asking who else?
Who's played the most 82 game seasons? I'm just curious. It's like Robert Ory.
Imagine like Magic.
Dude, Magic played against the Bad Boys, bro. Those guys were like, at that time.
John Stockton 16.
John Stockton 16.
Karl Malone 10. and then it's Jordan at 9, Kobe at 4.
Yeah, John Stockton, probably one of the, would you consider him top 10 point guards of all time?
I mean, it's tough to because he didn't win a ring, right?
He didn't win a ring.
So it's tough to consider him top 10 when he hasn't won a ring. But
Well, then Iverson hasn't won a ring. Tracy McGrady hasn't won a ring. Vince Carter hasn't won a ring.
they're not top 10.
Reggie Miller hasn't won a ring.
They're not top 10. Do you think they
Karl
are?
Malone, Iverson, Tracy McGrady. If Tracy McGrady did not get hurt, Tracy McGrady would have probably been one. He would have been right there with Jordan and Kobe. Tracy McGrady was one of the most underrated basketball players to ever play the game.
Yes, he was. But so was Grant Hill. So were some others. But that's kind of like to
Charles
say,
Barkley. Oh my God,
Yes,
man.
you see?
Patrick Ewing. Look at all these guys, bro.
I mean, if he didn't get hurt, that's like saying if my aunt had a penis, I would have an uncle. I mean, if he didn't get hurt, he would get you.
What, do we got a super chat, Joe? What does it say?
No, it's not a super chat. It's just a regular chat. I feel like it will never be like how it was before. Back then, sorry guys, I'm a little under the weather.
Joe's here to spread COVID.
There it is. Back then, teams were full of legends, but nowadays you get lucky to find one here and there.
No, man, I wouldn't say that. You still got legends, man. Look, some of these players that are playing the game right now are going to be legends of the sport. You know, the Steph Currys, the Kevin Durant's, the Russell Westbrooks. All these guys are legends of the sport. James Harden. Again, these are guys, James Harden and Russell Westbrook.
But I think what he's more so referring to is not that they don't exist. It's that they've all migrated to one team to create an all-star team to be able to win.
Yeah, but they've all cemented some sort of legacy. Like
How?
Steph Curry was probably going to be hands down marked as one of the greatest shooters of all time.
Yes.
I'm not saying the greatest shooter, but one of the greatest shooters of all time.
But he was probably the only one out of the names you mentioned who did not recruit to win the championship.
Well, yeah, he stayed on Golden State.
Yes. And who was Golden State?
Well,
Nobody knew who Golden State was.
Steve Kerr and Jerry West was the manager of Golden State. Jerry West did a phenomenal job structuring that team. Jerry West was obviously responsible for the Lakers as well with the whole Shaquille O'Neal and all that stuff as well. It all comes from up above. Who is your GM, your management, and who they're going to be recruiting? Because if those guys see talent and they see a vision, you can build an amazing team around that. Like, who would have ever thought the Thunder would have won the NBA title last year?
And how did they win? Who were their star players?
Young talent. I couldn't name you any of them.
Exactly. They didn't win when Kevin Durant and Westbrook were there.
And Harden.
Why?
They weren't in their quote unquote prime yet.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Or they couldn't get along. It was too much talent on one team. It's like, all right, you guys couldn't be patient enough for 2 more seasons to possibly make a powerhouse team.
But see, that's the issue. It's not, and I think that's what PBK is referring to, is that back then, like right now, the reason I can't even follow these teams is because I have no idea who's playing for who anymore. Every week they change. It's like they're changing a shift. Back then, you knew exactly for the next 10, 12 years who played for the Pistons, the Indiana Pacers, or whoever, Celtics. Once in a blue moon. I mean, the first, I guess, one of the first you could say was when Shaq came over to LA,
which was a shocker,
right? From Orlando. I think
he was on the Magic. Obviously, they made it to not only Eastern Conference final, but a final as well. And then I believe they lost to the Spurs in the finals. But again, correct me if I'm wrong if I misspoke. But seeing big trades back then was a shocker. You know what I mean?
It was not expected.
It was not expected. Now it's kind of like, oh, look, LeBron hasn't won a couple titles. I wonder where he's going to go. Oh, look, Kevin Durant hasn't won a couple. Oh, he won with Golden State. I wonder where he's going to go next. The fact that you're wondering where he's going to go next tells you, like, all right, he's just out for the rings. He's not out for the legacy.
Absolutely.
Whereas it's like, let me give you the best examples. And this is outside of basketball. This is hockey. One of the greatest well, not one of the greatest player to ever play the sport of hockey, Wayne Gretzky.
Mhm.
He played for the Edmonton Oilers. He won multiple championships with the Edmonton Oilers. And then when Wayne Gretzky was traded to Los Angeles, he cried. Like, they did a press conference and he cried at the podium. Like, dude, why is this happening? Why did they trade me? Like, I wanted to end my career here in Edmonton. Like, I won champions. It was like he was betrayed. He came to LA.
Why did they trade him though?
Dude, it was a Hollywood kind of, well, remember what's his name? Jerry Buss bought the Lakers, the Kings, and the Sparks in that whole transaction deal at the Forum.
Yeah, but that was back in the 70s, no?
No, man, you're talking about 80s, bro.
Jerry Buss?
Jerry
Bought it
Buss.
in the 80s?
Yes. That's when the Showtime Lakers came out and the whole Laker girls and all this stuff. So when he acquired all three teams, that's why the Kings went from the purple and gold to the black and silver.
He bought it in 1979.
Yes.
The deal included Kings, the Forum,
Mhm.
a large ranch property.
A large ranch property? Are you serious? No.
Yeah. It all leads back to Epstein. Everything leads back to Epstein.
And then obviously. Oh, jeez. But anyways, I believe it was in 90. Oh God, what year was it? 91 or 92?
You're saying Sparks. There was
No. Sparks came in 96 later. That's when the WNBA came out. I believe it was 96. But I'm sorry. It was the Forum, it was the Lakers, and then it was the Kings. And again, this is when the Kings changed from the purple and gold to the black and the silver. And then they completely rebranded it. They brought Wayne Gretzky over, the glitz and the glamour, the Hollywood and the trading and all that stuff. And then, we were lucky enough to go to the Western Conference Finals, the Campbell Conference. We won that as well. But then,
because look at
we lost.
Look at the Dodgers now. I mean, the Dodgers are paying like $2 billion.
Yeah, because there's no cap in baseball, bro. They need to set a cap.
And who's going to beat the Dodgers?
Nobody. They're going to win it again. They're going to three-peat.
It's insane. But what shocks me is why the Yankees haven't been able to do that. I mean,
maybe they're minority owner. Something
like, or some other teams who are big names. Dodgers are a big name, but they're not like the Yankees.
Yeah, but look at the backing behind the Dodgers now. The billionaires that are involved in it, bro. They're just dumping money into it.
Okay, who are the billionaires?
Oh God, here we go. All ties into a bunch of.
They just bought the Lakers too, right?
Yeah, they did.
Okay, you don't think the Steinbergs have just as much or access to just as much money?
I'm sure they do.
It's not like the Steinbergs are on lunch trucks. Like they have a couple of pop-up. Oh, we got a new concept. It's tacos with fish.
But I think it's kind of the Yankees are a crazy franchise.
Bro,
I mean, they're sellable.
They're a more valuable franchise than the Dodgers.
But it's like, all right, at this point, you're looking at the amount of money that the Dodgers are dumping into that team, the fan base that's been growing, and them taking that gamble, that risk, and then not winning a World Series and all of it basically going to shit, especially knowing the amount of money the Dodgers have dumped in. They might be looking at it as, hey, listen, let's let this kind of play out. And then when they possibly run out of money and they don't want to reinvest in the team, that's when we'll come in and then we'll invest into our team.
Earlier, you were talking about management experience. Who has more experience than Steinberg?
Well, that might be, then at that point, that might be a key role as to why they're not dumping money into the team. Again, I don't know. I don't run a baseball team. This is just conversation.
Oh, you run an NBA team, not a baseball team.
Just no NHL team. NHL. Watch, the comments are going to be like, what the fuck are these guys talking about? These guys are talking like they're experts or something. No, we're not experts. This is all just locker room talk, bro.
I don't even know how to spell NHL.
Yeah. T-H-E. Oh God. No, but sporting has gotten so soft recently, bro. It's like as Sean Strickland said, NHL is the only manly sport left.
But speaking of sports, yesterday we went to the Legends game with Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Oh, how was that, by the way?
Um,
Because I know Ronaldinho was there, Figo was there, a
yeah,
bunch of.
they were all there. But what you realize, this is what I realized, because I played sports in my teens, and then had some issues, couldn't play sports at least not at that competitive level. But even when I try to play, the reason I don't play basketball anymore now is because mentally I think I can still do what I used to do 30 years ago. Then I attempted, and my legs and body are like, bro, what are you doing?
What are you trying to do? You're trying to kill yourself?
You're trying to you become paraplegic or something?
Is Armand in North Korea?
So, and that's what I realized about these guys yesterday. I was watching them. Ronaldinho's 45, Figo's 52. So you had, a range of 40s and
Yeah.
And you see they're still trying to play like they're 25. And he's trying to do that foot trick and the hat trick, but the movement is slow.
Yes.
And it's just not hitting the way it's supposed to hit the ball or whatever. And you realize that you're like, even at this level, age makes such a difference.
Absolutely.
Such a world of difference. That's truly what I was kind of like. I was sitting there watching these guys like, wow.
But look,
age does,
here's the thing. Father time obviously will catch up to everybody. That's inevitable. But there are certain ways to slow down father time.
Adrenaline.
That's one way, Joe. But another
Guys,
way.
Joe doesn't have a license, so it's
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that one.
I'm the one that could actually say whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, but another way is the food that you eat, the diet that you're on, and the way you take care of your body. You want me to give you one of the prime examples? Look at George St. Pierre. George St. Pierre is pushing into 50. And George St. Pierre is probably in the best shape he's ever been in his life.
Look, physically looking at him, yes, you're right.
You don't think he could? You don't think
but can he actually step into the octagon?
He still trains till today.
But look, 80% of those guys still looked in great shape.
No, Ronaldinho had a belly.
I'm not talking about
Roberto
Ronaldinho.
Carlos has a belly. Ronaldo had a belly. All these guys were like very, very heavy.
Yes, but there was yesterday's game, a lot of them still were in great shape. Like physically, you look at them. But unless you've continued to play throughout, like Tom Brady did or like Ronaldo does, you can't compete at that level. That's the thing. And these guys, don't get me wrong, those guys, probably you put them against, maybe, I don't know, college level or wherever at, they'll still dominate.
Or the guys that play at the Riverdale Park.
These guys
on Wednesday nights.
Yeah, Brad Parker. These guys will dominate. But what I'm saying is that you see that gap and you realize age does its thing. No matter how professional you are or what your background was, unless you've continued and you've kept your body in that high level performance-ship like Ronaldo. How old is Ronaldo now? 40 or 41?
Ronaldo was born in, if I'm not mistaken, 85. So he's 41, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, right? 41? Look it up.
Yeah. February 5th, he turned 41.
There you go.
Right?
So yeah, Ronaldo's 41. Ronaldo's in, again, insane shape. And I think I'm very curious to see Ronaldo at those Legends game, maybe 5-10 years from now, to see what shape he'll be in.
Now you have to keep in mind, Ronaldinho or the Carloses or whoever, the Figos, those guys didn't spend $2 million, $5 million a year on their health and physical maintenance and whatever else they do. The Ronaldos and the LeBron James and Tom Brady's, they do. They spend $2, $5, $10 million a year just to stay in tip-top shape.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Tom Brady's diet was insane. The guy didn't touch any foods that had any inflammatory components to, like strawberries. To me, this guy didn't touch anything like that.
And then you had like people like Michael Phelps who were the complete opposite. Michael Phelps' diet was ridiculous.
The Michael Phelps sport is completely different too, because Michael Phelps is competing a few minutes at a time.
And burning thousands of calories.
Yes. Whereas Tom Brady is long, sustained, 60-minute games and whatnot.
But again, we have to give the New England defense or offensive line credit for protecting Tom Brady, bro. I mean, the guy he didn't take as many hits as a lot of these other quarterbacks did.
Yeah. Well, I think offensive, defensive lines do make
Big difference.
Big difference. In
Protecting the QB will give the QB a longer career.
Again, I don't know how to spell NFL. I don't really watch football.
T-H-E. Samsonite. I knew it started with an S, though. Name that movie.
Swanson, Swami. There it is.
Samsonite. I was way off.
It's such a great movie, the first one.
It'll never get old. That movie will never get old, bro. I mean, Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels in that movie. I mean, it's legendary. Movie. Anybody who hasn't seen it, I don't think I've ever met anybody who hasn't seen that movie.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody.
Moving on to the
what's next? What's next?
Dude, I don't know. Do we have anything else going on?
I mean, you had this Obama thing going on over here.
Oh yeah, we did. Look, let's. Well, can we mention Mexico very quickly?
Yes.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to the people in Mexico because what's going on in Mexico right now, and or at least what the news is portraying, is freaking devastating. I mean, you have the cartel out in the streets in Puerto Vallarta.
Yep.
I mean, you're talking about I was there less than a year ago with my family. There's people that are trapped in Puerto Vallarta who were vacationing there. And in fact, one of the guys from our office was saying his family members were flying from Phoenix into Puerto Vallarta, and the plane midway through made a U-turn.
Turned around.
And the pilot was basically said, the pilot said, but when you translate that, he said, ladies and gentlemen, we don't think it's safe to land into Mexico at this time. We're going back home to Phoenix.
You know, Puerto Vallarta is actually one of the friendliest cities in Mexico. That's the sort of thing.
It was, I mean, again, as I mentioned, we were there less than a year ago, and we had an amazing time. The people were amazing. Obviously, we've gone to Mexico plenty of times, from Cancun to Cabo to Puerto, and never disappoint. Now, at this point, this year, I don't think we're going.
Yeah, I'll go this year.
Will you?
Yeah,
even with all the shit going on?
Yeah. I don't fall into the same demographic that they're targeting, by the way.
Well, clearly you don't, Joe. Clearly you don't.
Definitely not.
Yeah. But it's a very scary time as to what's going on. And truly, is this a war of the Mexican government and the cartel, or is it just a distraction to something else? Because President Shinbom or whatever her last name is saying that she is going to help take out the cartel.
When did she say that?
I thought that's not what she said.
This was one of the things. This was one of her campaign messages that she was going to help.
No, it wasn't.
Well, of course it was.
No, her whole thing was we can't go against the cartels because it's going to cause more bloodshed in Mexico.
No, did she say that?
Yeah, she said that a few times.
Trump at this point on Air Force One, literally 2 days ago, said that he's okay with sending troops into Mexico.
I think that my personal opinion, again, I think there's a lot more to this, and I think even our CIA is involved. And I mean, you're not going to like me saying this, but yeah, a lot of other countries are involved.
Bro,
What country, Joe?
Oh, do you want me to say it?
Yes.
What color is their flag?
Blue, white.
Greece.
No. There's a star that really was not theirs.
That one.
Yes, that country. Israel. God damn it, Israel.
Oh. You said star. I was going maybe with like. What's the
Star of David?
No. What's the country?
Ball.
No.
The one that has 50 stars on it?
No. What's the country that's been involved in Minnesota?
Somalia.
It said star. I said Somalia. Maybe. I don't know. That's where I was going with it. I don't know.
No, I don't think the current president has ever mentioned, because She's bought and paid for by the cartel,
Oh, God,
who are bought and paid for by the CIA. And
dude, I just hope innocent lives aren't lost, because at this
of
point,
course there are.
well, at this point, what we're seeing, and again, they're gonna feed us what they want us to see.
Yep.
We're seeing a lot of cartel on cartel crime. We're seeing a lot of army and law enforcement against cartel. At this point, we don't even know who really is law enforcement, who is cartel, and who is the other cartel, because they're all dressing the same. And in fact, they're stealing outfits and dressing as military, but they're actually cartel underneath. You're kind of like, okay, so what is really going on? Who is fighting where, and who is really the enemy? But this all basically started with the killing of, here it is, I guess his name is
El Mencho.
yeah, El Mencho. He is the
Mench.
CJNG cartel's most powerful leader, basically.
Yeah.
With his death, this is what the uproar took place.
They killed him and they arrested one of his sons.
Yeah. And his son was in custody, and basically shit hit the fan.
I have a theory.
Which is?
I'm thinking they used the cartel to get in. Well, we're infiltrated, right? I mean, it's obvious that our government is infiltrated.
So they used their own people to get him?
Well, no. Let's start from this. We agree that our country is infiltrated, right?
By who?
Yeah. So we agree about that.
You should put that music on.
I know, one of those cones.
The blue one.
So we agree. So I think the same thing's happening. I think the same thing's happening in Mexico. In my personal opinion, I think the same thing's happening in Mexico. But it's a double-edged sword. I think that the cartel is both bad for the country and also good for the country, because who's going to stand up to that infiltration that's going to take over their entire country? It's going to be the cartels. But at the same time, they're using the cartels to get in.
So just basically just bloodshed. Just kill each other.
Yes. I mean, isn't that how it's traditionally done anyway?
Yeah, but it's like unnecessary. Look what happened in El Salvador, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the guy cleaned up the entire freaking country. It's one of the safest countries in the Western Hemisphere.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't that be done in Mexico? Why do people have to live in poverty?
Did you hear his recent speech after what's going on in Mexico?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So the other day he was speaking because he was afraid there was going to be retaliation in El Salvador too. He said, listen, if any of you guys that are out on the street hurt any of my people, your homeboys in prison are going to starve to death. They're not even going to get a grain of rice. That's what he said.
I mean, that's a leader, isn't it?
You don't just, it's, we can try to do something, pero it's going to be tough. Like if you speak like that, they're like, okay, you little Ponzi. But this guy said, your homeboys in prison will starve to death. I promise you that. Like, I mean,
talk about
there you go,
laying it down.
There you go.
Didn't they break into the prison?
Where, in El Salvador?
No, not El Salvador. In I think near Puerto Vallarta.
Oh, I don't know. I know everything. I know everything took place in Jalisco.
Yeah, Jalisco.
Like that's where it was
right.
the breakout. So I don't know, man. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the people in Mexico, man. It's very sad what's going on over there. The Mexican people are truly probably one of the most hardest working people in the Western Hemisphere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's sad what's going on over there. We don't want obviously bloodshed and all that stuff, but I think the damage is done already, and the government along with the cartel have allowed this to spread so vastly throughout Mexico that it was bound to happen at this point.
It's again, everything is by design. I don't think this is just a coincidence that because we have no idea who took out who called the shot, and they obviously know what's going to happen, what it's going to lead to, and it's unfortunate that everything is orchestrated and innocent people suffer during all of this staged chaoses that take place around the world.
Yeah.
None of the powerful people ever suffer. It's always the innocent
Mhm.
bystanders, the hardworking people that suffer.
Yeah, it sucks, bro. I think anytime we go to war, it should be like Game of Thrones, where the sons are involved as well.
Absolutely.
Where the sons go to war and fight for the kings go to war
The kings have to go first.
and fight for
In
their
the front line.
lead the line, baby.
Yeah.
Lead the line.
If they lead the line, I'll be more than happy to go there myself.
Yeah, right. They won't do it, bro. No way. You think it's
They'll
like
never do it.
Well, you're gonna sit like a keyboard warrior behind you. Okay, we're attacking. Enter.
have you seen that one skit by Shane Gillis about George Washington?
No.
Oh my God. Shane Gillis has this amazing skit about George Washington and 1776, where he goes like, they depict George Washington as this crazy hero and like amazing swordsman and gunsman. But obviously everybody knows that during the Revolutionary War, Americans fought like guerrilla warfare. They didn't stand in front like the Brits did and load their guns up and just blast each other and say, all right, your turn. It was guerrilla warfare. But Shane Gillis did a skit where he talked about who George Washington really was. And he was like this 6'2", lead mouth, like wood and lead in his mouth, ginger dude who was like semi-retarded because like he had like the lead in his mouth that kind of caused him to be like slow. Constant poisoning. Yeah, constant poisoning. And he's like 6'2" in 1776 is like 6'9" today.
Jesus.
So then they're like, could you imagine? They're like George Washington with his sword, like looking for the Brits and like, oh my God, it's George. He's like
Get Georgie.
Yeah, it's George. Oh my God. But it's like, oh man, that guy's hilarious. George Washington was an actual hero because the guy fought in the front lines alongside obviously all of his founding fathers.
George Bush didn't go to Afghanistan? Or?
No. Dick Cheney did.
Oh, Dick Cheney did.
Yeah, Dick Cheney did.
For a photo op
The
or what?
late.
No.
great
He
Dick
fought
Cheney.
there, bro. He
Oh,
was full Kevlar, everything, bro. He had the helmet on and everything. It's a war hero, bro.
Front line.
They gave him a construction site.
He had the blueprints and everything.
He was there to build this financial wealth.
Pyramid scheme.
Yeah. Sir, you're going to need this yellow helmet and
I don't need no goddamn helmet.
that reflecting vest.
Oh God, we're all going to hell. But do we want to bring up that the meme from 2 weeks ago with the White House? We'll just change the thumbnail, man. I really don't care for it either. I mean, well, we could bring it up very minimally and then.
Who posted this? Who posted this?
Well, the White House and Trump posted this. This is the best one. This is the best one. So,
Wow, dude!
like, okay, it's like, dude, I get it. You're trying to be funny and all this stuff, but all these pictures were hilarious. But when it got to the Obamas, it's like, dude, come on, man. Like,
yeah.
this really was unnecessary.
I mean, bro, I don't know. There's a lot more to it
Look,
about.
It obviously was pulled.
Yeah.
Trump, he didn't apologize because his ego is not going to let him apologize. He just said, whoever did it, I blame them. I had them take it down.
I didn't see the whole thing.
Yeah, I didn't see the whole thing. Yeah, if you didn't watch the first 10 seconds of it, it's like whoever I fired them. I fired them right away. It was a terrible idea, but I didn't watch the whole thing. I
It
didn't.
just feels like Idiocracy is like real. That movie.
I'm telling you, it's that dopamine hit, bro. These morons are out there saying, "Hey, what can we post on President Trump's Twitter and Instagram to get that dopamine hit and get people riled up?" And that's what happened.
Yeah. Well,
People got riled up. People got upset. And again, in my personal opinion, I think it was unnecessary. That should not have been there. I get you're trolling people, but it's like, dude, come on, man.
all of it's unnecessary.
Yeah. But dude, I don't even think he's even handling his Twitter and stuff. Or not Twitter, but his Truth Social.
Mm.
He's got PR doing all that stuff.
Yeah, probably.
He probably skims over it. That looks good. Go ahead and click Truth. Because Truth Social is better than Twitter or X.
Does he post on X or not yet?
Well, I think like once in the blue moon. Because X is Elon's. Truth is much better. Oh God! Like even with Pam Bondi, bro. Pam Bondi being, sitting in front of Congress or the House or wherever it
That
was.
was insane.
She should be fired, bro.
What a disgrace, bro.
She should be fired. I think the only thing that probably Trump liked about it was when she said he's the greatest president we've ever had. Have you seen the Dow up 50 points? She's not lying. She's right. And I like how she said I'm the greatest president. Other than that, she should be fired, bro. It was a car wreck.
Never mind everything else. The 50,000 was the shit. Like 50,000, 7,000. That was amazing.
I never understood why the Dow matters so much. I mean,
what do you mean? Have you seen the Dow? It's up 50,000.
It's like people can't afford to pay their rent. They can't afford to feed their kids. And at least the Dow's at 50,000. At least the billionaires are making billions.
See, we talked about, when Biden was president, we talked about how everything was getting expensive and how everything was practically unaffordable. Nothing has changed. We spoke about holding Trump accountable as far as making things affordable. Dude, things aren't affordable. It's gotten worse.
Yeah, because instead of spending tens and if not hundreds of billions of dollars, sending it overseas to the Israels and the Ukraines of the world, if all they did was they applied that money domestically, right? Gave farmers tax breaks or some type of subsidies or anything, home builders, large developers, these guys. Again, people will all go, well, now you're supporting, monopoly for the large developers to get all the funding. Yes, but you're going to get Joe Schmo with, 2 employees to build 5,000 homes a year? Who's going to help you? You need the big companies to do it, right? So it's got to be the big farmers need to produce. Not the little guy can't produce enough. So if they apply this money, these funds domestically, things can remain affordable. But they're not. We're wasting it on, overseas wars and all this nonsense political propaganda instead of our own people.
Yeah, it's unnecessary. We need to bring the money back. It has to come back to us. We are the taxpayers. It's like we work our asses off. Look, we fought to get freedom from Great Britain for 4% taxes that they were charging us, right? 3%. Now we're paying like 30, 40, 50% in taxes, and it's all just going overseas, bro. It's going to unnecessary. Again, it's going to unnecessary countries, bro. These people don't need the money. We need the money. Our country is starving. Our people are suffering. We literally went to Smart and Final the other day. I bought a case of water, some snacks for the kids, and we get to the register, and all of a sudden, it's like $72. And I'm looking at like what we picked up. I was like, okay, some strawberries, some blueberries, a salad, a case of water, and each one of the kids got like a snack. And I'm like, the fuck did I just spend $72 on?
Well,
Not to mention Costco.
Good thing you didn't get toilet paper and paper towels.
No, that's at Costco.
I was at Costco this morning. Couple of paper towels and some paper plates
And a TV.
It's like $462. Like, for what?
Don't go to Costco hungry. Eat as much as you can at home, or at least when you get to Costco, take advantage of their $1.50 hot dog and soda combo.
No.
Their goislop.
I go at before 9 a.m. when they open for the executive members. I literally am out within 7 minutes. I don't go through aisles and, I could use one of these. I could use a 20-pound mayonnaise. Not one of those.
Look.
Literally.
A 6-pack of ketchup. I could use this.
Literally, I'll talk to Ani like, okay, what do we need? She'll text me the list and I'll go in within, even today, she texted me like 10 minutes later. Oh, can you, I've already left. Like literally, I'm done by 10 minutes. So I'm not just fooling around like, ooh.
Are you going to business Costco or Burbank Costco?
Burbank.
Okay.
And I'm out within 8 to 10 minutes max. So it's a structured list. Everything is,
Yeah.
Still somehow you're like,
Yeah, we tried that with L one time. We made a list and then we went shopping, and then I look in the cart. I go, okay, so when are we going to start buying the shit that's on our list?
well,
And she starts laughing.
that was your mistake because you went with L.
Well, I like Costco for us is an experience. Me and her like to go to Costco together. I get pissed at her when she goes to Costco by herself. I said, don't ever go to Costco by yourself.
So you think it's Disneyland for you guys?
Oh, hell yeah, bro. I love Costco and I love Home Depot. There's something about those two stores. I think it's the warehouse and the vaulted ceilings makes me look like, kind of like king in the castle, king in the castle. La, 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 la. No, I don't feel tall, man. I feel tiny. Big warehouse. He said Costco. I feel tall here, kind of. Yeah. And the funniest part about Costco is like I like to go through every aisle. Even though I'm not going to buy whatever is in that aisle, I just like to go through the aisles.
That's how women shop, right?
No, with Costco.
Yeah.
But for example, if we go to a department store, if we go to for example, like I don't know, like a Macy's or Target or something like that, that's when I'm like him. I'm just like, what are we getting? Let's get it and get the hell out of here. But with Costco, it's kind of like, all right, we're in here.
You take your time.
Yeah, I'm a member here. Let's go through this aisle. Oh, look at this TV. Am I going to buy it? No, but it's a nice TV.
But I'm going to ask 43 questions about it.
No. And then you always, and remember, you always want to look down or straight when you're passing by the T-Mobile or AT&T or DirecTV guys.
Or the guy selling windows.
Or the guy selling caskets.
They no longer have it in the front.
Well, they sell caskets?
Yeah, they did. We actually had
They still do, but they don't have that, that
the casket.
small. Sir, would you like to lay in it and see how it feels?
I don't know. It's
Kind of snug.
Yeah.
Taking it for a test drive.
Does it come in brown? I like the brown with gold trim on the side.
Do you do engravings?
Imagine like Sealy or Serta, those mattress places, but it's like just coffins. Jeez. Come on, Grandpa, get in.
Well, see how you like it.
See how you like it, Grandpa. But anyways, you guys want to call it? Good show today.
Sure.
They're gonna call out of the shock. Where's Levig? Levig would call you shock collar.
Oh, Levig, I got some news to tell you, buddy. You have no idea what's going on. When is Levig coming on, by the way? Is he coming on?
Coming on for what?
He's gonna be in LA in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks? Yeah, we'll have a home team with him. Shoot the shit with him.
We'll drink something.
We'll drink something, shoot the shit with him. Call it a show. All right, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
we have female viewers too.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in with us this fabulous Monday, joining us live. By the way, Epstein didn't kill himself t-shirt. It's available. Go to our WiseNuts website, wisenutspodcast.com.
We have new sweaters and stuff up as well.
Do we? Sweaters are up?
It's coming up. Yeah, we have a few, but we're getting more.
We should make one that says release the files.
Yes.
Or redact the files.
Or
I'll come up with a nice idea.
Yeah.
I'll come up with a nice idea. Today's episode will be up and running on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all major platforms mañana. We'll have some reels popping up on Instagram, TikTok, and all major platforms as well. Have a great week, guys. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys all next week.